The UPX Podcast with the property experts. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host who's stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, musical charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland Property Experts, baby, UPX.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Upland Property Experts. I am your host, Too Stupid to Win, and as always, I'm joined by ThankMeLater. We got cookies going on there? Pretzels. Pecans.
Cashews.
Okay. Nice. Getting a quick snack in before the show. Gotcha. Welcome, everybody, to episode 160 and December
160?
1st. Yeah, December 1st, 2022.
Crazy.
I guess it's not as important because you got people doing shows a lot more frequently than we do nowadays. So they're piling them on. But still, we are the original.
We go quality, not quantity. Man, nobody's been doing it longer.
No, or as consistent.
Not even close.
Yeah. Well, Uplando does every day. So I'll give him credit. Monday through Friday, he's turning it out in the cafe. So that's
true. He's out there hustling. Shout out
he
to
is out there hustling. Absolutely. Hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving. For the people that celebrate that here in the States, we do have a pretty good show lined up for you. We got the Hyde Park Ninjas in the house. We have the secondary market update. Talk about, once again, they dropped some more MV motor cars, and we'll see how many that ThankMeLater was able to secure for himself. And
no, the cars are interesting.
Yeah. They have the turkey hunt going on right now in Upland, and I'm actually excited to see some more functionality with the NFLPA legits going on. So there's the challenge going on with that we'll touch on too if we get around to that time.
What's I saw a thing about it. What's the turkey hunt?
The turkey hunt or the turkey chase, and basically they have turkeys took over 10 cities in Upland, and you got to wrangle them. They listed the cities, and you'll join the 3 new competitive treasure hunts spawning in each city. And you had crazy turkey, scary turkey, and golden turkey with different rewards and block explorers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Milderland from Estonia.
Yes.
Wait. Milderland.
Yeah, Milder. He's a long listener of the show.
Oh.
And he's chatted me up a lot.
We just onboarded a new artist and developer, Lieutenant Moon, and I think she is from Estonia.
Ah. So you're not crazy. By yourself out there, Milderland.
Yeah. She makes insanely cool custom cars.
Really?
And so, yeah, she does. And she's on the team now.
Very nice. Congratulations there. And welcome aboard to the UPX World team there. All right. You have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had more leftovers. Better than damn cashews.
Dude, you should have stopped here. We deep fried 3 turkeys. Afterwards, we had turkey noodle soup, turkey pot pie. Took leftover. We had turkey. So it was delicious. 2 Cajun butter injections and a lemon butter injection, which was very nice.
That's what's up.
Yes, I learned that in my Navy days from my roommates from Louisiana, and it's been well over 20 plus years since I had an oven cooked turkey.
No, I like a good oven, because the thing is, when you deep fry it, you can't eat the skin.
Yeah, you can.
It's not the same.
Oh, it's delicious.
An oven roasted skin. Don't get me wrong. I like a deep fried turkey. The meat is super tender. It's good. But you can't beat the skin, the crispy skin of an oven roasted turkey.
But if you deep fry it right, you have crispy and juicy at the same time with the skin, which makes it delicious.
I guess there's just something. It's a classic. Like you can deep fry a turkey, but if you're gonna have a turkey dinner, there better be at least one from like that's properly roasted.
No. Nope, we gave that up.
What's your position on deviled eggs?
Love them.
Do you do deviled eggs at Thanksgiving?
Yeah. It's one of the appetizers.
Yeah. I feel like one of my aunts, I got really upset because I love deviled eggs. It's like the one tradition. No matter where I've been in the world, I've always made deviled eggs on Thanksgiving because eggs are pretty universal. Mayonnaise, mustard. You can kind of make it happen no matter where you are. And I remember way back when I was a kid, going to a Thanksgiving, and like I was like legitimately, because we do like a potluck back home, like all the different, because in Ohio, like sometimes and for Christmas and stuff, we do potluck. So everybody brings whatever. So if we get snowed in, that they have food, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, so it was a potluck and no one brought deviled eggs. And I remember like being so upset, like, and actually like throwing a tantrum. Like, I mean, I was a kid.
Yeah.
But how did no one make deviled eggs? You know what? There has not been a single Thanksgiving. I don't even live in Ohio anymore. Every year, they send me a picture of the deviled eggs that they make. Since then, there's never been a family event that does not have deviled eggs because of that.
My wife's on point. She makes a spreadsheet, shares with everybody, and says, here's the dishes that are needed. Here's who's bringing what. And then she lays it out since her family comes into town too. She lays out what's dinner, who's taking care of Brett. Like, she's on point for that. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah. And then today, I probably traumatized my 7-year-old son. He doesn't realize it just yet. He'll figure it out later in life, but if he remembers the night. So I'm on a roll, spilled my drink before the show, didn't even take a sip of it. So it's been a wonderful day.
Wait, what did you do to scar your kid?
He was playing a soccer game on the tablet, and he was talking to me about it. And I was trying to listen to him cook dinner, think about what we were going to cover on the show tonight, and then thinking about the show for Legit's Fired Up that Mars and I do that we record usually on Fridays to put out on Saturday. So I didn't have the dad filter going on in my head, and he was talking to me about the game. I was sort of listening, and he's like, I didn't mean to do that, and they called a penalty on me, and now they get to shoot in the box. And without a dad filter, I'm like, I'm pretty good at shooting in the box.
No.
and I was like, oh man. And I'm like, that's great. And he's like, are you? I'm like, yeah. I go, but I don't like soccer that much.
You don't believe me? Go ask your mom about it.
Yeah.
Why do you think you have so many siblings?
Yep. Dad filter was not on. So probably when he's a little bit older, he's just going to be like, Dad was not talking about soccer that night.
The likelihood, it's weird, the things that kids remember, or like we remember as kids that, like, that our parents don't, and vice versa. Like, there's been times, I don't know if you ever went to your parents, you're like, do you remember this time that you said this insane thing to me? Because it plays in my head on repeat forever. And they're like, I don't remember that conversation ever. I'm like, it scarred me. There's several conversations that scarred me as a kid, most of which I can't talk about on this show.
Well, hopefully this was not one of them that scars him for life.
No, because it doesn't register to him as it's something that he should remember. It'll register to you because it's something that you should remember, but he doesn't know it's something he should think about later.
Yeah. All right. So that gives me a little more faith that maybe I'm safe on this one.
Yeah. Think about all the terrible jokes in movies like Shrek or like any childhood movie. Go back and watch a childhood movie and you'll go, holy cow. Some of the jokes in movies like Shrek are insanely not PG.
True.
And kids don't register it because they're innocent and have no idea.
Growing up, I loved Little Red Corvette by Prince. I really thought it was about a car. And then one day I listened to it as an adult and I'm like, oh, wow. I'm like, all righty.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I really thought that princess liked delicious pies made of cream. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. All right. We bored them enough for 10 minutes. Let's jump into this week's show. Get into the market update.
No. So close. So close. That was terrible. That was terrible.
All right, Dr. Nobi. ThankMeLater did not like it.
Wait, who recorded that?
Dr. Nobi.
No. Try again. No.
All right. Here we got.
Wait, play it again. Play it again.
All right, we'll play it again.
Market update.
Yeah, no. Throw yourself in a blender. That was terrible.
Oh, wow, in the blender. Very nice.
Piece by piece. Slowly.
All right. So, top 10 city floors. Over the last week, not much has really changed other than Brooklyn jumping into the top 10 at 7,750 UPX for jumping 6 positions to crack the top 10. That was the biggest gainer of the week. And Arlington and Dallas are still holding strong in the top 10. Nothing's changed. Manhattan's getting close to dropping below 70,000 UPX.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it's holding steady under $50. Rutherford's
it's significantly under $50 at this point. I mean, it's sitting at 40 essentially.
Yeah. And Rutherford's still holding strong. Santa Clara is still on. It's down a little, but it's still on its run. You know, it used to sit right around with San Francisco in the low 20,000s, and now it's up over 41,000. So UPX, that is.
Another Rutherford is what you reckon?
I don't know.
How many properties are in Santa Clara?
I think it's like double Rutherford.
I mean, even double Rutherford isn't that much.
No, it's not. It is. I'll grab it for you really quick. I always leave it down. Rutherford has. Oh, Santa Clara. Oh, my bad. It's about 4 times Rutherford. They got 25,532 properties.
I wonder what the base cost per up square was there, though.
I'd have to do some digging. I don't have that.
I feel like it was pretty high. I feel like
it
Santa Clara started out pretty high.
It was. I believe it was higher than Rutherford. But both of them were some sticker shocks after some cheaper city releases.
Yeah.
Oh,
Milderland. Lieutenant Moon doesn't play Upland yet. She's I'm in an artist group on Facebook, and she was showing off some of the custom car designs that she did, and I reached out.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was just a fellow Uplander, but wow,
no.
Okay.
No, she is. Yeah, she posted these insane models of like high-end sports cars that she had custom made, and like because she was showing her progress. She started like, I don't know, 8 months ago. And so she was like showing like her first car, which honestly looked better than some of the M Motors cars.
What?
And then,
nuh-uh.
Oh yeah. I posted her portfolio in, hold on. I think let me just see if it's a public portfolio and then I'll post it.
So while you look, I'll talk about the 30-day changes.
Yeah, do that.
keep the people that are listening on the podcast entertained. Overall, Manhattan's only down 7% over the last 4 weeks. Real big movers, Dallas and Las Vegas, up 23 and 24.8% each. Nothing big on the U.S. dollar side. Other than that, it's been pretty stable. Santa Clara, as we were talking, was continuing to climb. It's been up 7.15% over the last 4 weeks. And poor San Francisco keeps flirting with that 20,000 UPX floor price. It's down 10%. 4 weeks ago, it was 23,300 UPX.
Jeez. Oh, you know what? It's not Estonia. Now I feel bad. It's not even Estonia. She's from Croatia. Not
the same.
Not the same country. I am very sorry to both countries and people.
You got Milderland.
Are they close to each other at least, I hope?
Yes.
All right. Well, minor saving grace, I suppose. But go check out her stuff at ArtStation, Martina_art3D. Really cool. She did some Volkswagen, golf mock-ups, but then she did some super high-end, really cool concept cars. So she's got a bunch of different kind of designs and stuff. It's pretty cool. So hopefully we'll get her. Her Bugatti concept is pretty fun too. Hopefully we'll get her making some cars for the ultimate racing experience. So
does she make scooters?
Does she make scooters?
Or mopeds?
Do you want a moped?
Why not?
I mean, I can ask her, but it's kind of like asking Da Vinci to do a caricature, but sure.
I don't need a moped. 12-week floor change. Manhattan's down 20%. So going all the way back to September 8th, which was 12 weeks ago. Can you believe that? Christmas is about here. Summer's long gone.
Yeah. Summer's long gone.
Long gone. It's like 20 some odd degrees here. It's cold. Manhattan's down from 89,999 UPX down to 72,000 UPX. 20% drop. The US dollar's really taken a beating over the last 12 weeks. Manhattan's down 28%. Rutherford's down 22%. San Francisco's down 33%. And the Bronx is down 33%. So not good over the last 12 weeks in your US dollars.
Yeah. I mean, I think that follows along just the general economy, though.
Yeah, I do agree there.
Milderland, I said she's from Croatia.
Yeah. You must have missed that part. 6 months change. That gets uglier. 6 months ago on June 2nd, Manhattan was up at 114,900 UPX.
I wonder what we should do we got to start prepping for a year end. It'd be cool. It'd be interesting to see what was it like, December 30th of 2021.
I'll see if I can figure that out. Or just Justin. Yeah. And definitely shout out to Justin. He put the slides together last week just in case we did a show. So he put everything together for us, but we did not do a show due to the holiday week. So thank you, Justin, for that. And as always, putting these together each and every week for it. Do appreciate that. And then Upland, I'd never change the title. So this is I forgot to change the title. Anyway, this is the lowest markup percentage for each city. So Rutherford, no real change. Nothing really jumps out here on the screen. Yeah, just a data point. Nothing really exciting to talk about.
Yeah.
Cheapest property markup by city. Manhattan's really coming down. But look at that Rutherford percentage this week.
That's nutty.
9,354% for the cheapest property in Upland. That is its UPX floor markup in the wonderful city or / neighborhood of Rutherford.
Yeah, that tells you. If you, it's just I don't get the value proposition. It's small. That's great. It is easy to control. I guess that's fine. But the people who are running it, unless there is, a compelling event, like the stadium being there and having whatever doesn't add value to the properties around it. Like the people are going to travel there, send to the stadium. They're not then just going to subsequently send around. It doesn't inherently translate. Like I don't understand that strategy unless they do some really cool layer 2 thing, or I mean, even as a community, like you don't see them as, they're not one of the power nodes. They are really tightly held by several people that are, you know, I guess active enough, but they're not leading any communities around it. So I don't get it. I have no intention of buying any Rutherford. Feel free to, you know, not financial advice, but at a 10,000% markup for a non-community node, like non-collection, blah. Not very compelling to me. It's not even like a name brand city. Like no one outside of the U.S., even people inside the U.S., I could, if you're like, where's Rutherford? I'd be like, what? I assume in one of the southern states because it sounds, anyway.
Yeah. It is, well, actually now from the time that we put together the data to now looking live right now, it's that property actually sold.
Also, Boulder says something, the 6 months. So we look at it, and honestly, for other people in the market, like it's still the best investment. Like my, oh, you know what? I haven't looked at it in a minute. Is my PayPal. Remember like a while ago, I don't even know.
You did your crypto with your PayPal and it's like crap the bed.
Yeah. I did 200 in each, and it was like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Lite or something. I don't even know what that was. And then like US, I don't know what the other one was even. Yeah.
So while you look at that, bottom 5 city floors in Upland, Detroit, Rio, Porto, Chicago, Queens. It's still so interesting that Detroit, Detroit, I understand. Chicago and Queens, I don't understand.
Chicago, I definitely don't get.
Yeah, because LA's creeped out of there with still hundreds of thousands of properties to be minted there in LA, and that's creeped out of the bottom. Yeah, so I don't get Chicago, and I don't get Queens being one of the boroughs of New York City proper. So, but still, everything's kind of up. 247.58. So you lost 66% or so.
70%.
Oh, 70%. Nice.
It was $800 down to $250. Like, and I didn't even buy at the height. Yeah. I bought on a dip, and when people were like, "Dump all your money into it," holy cow! I would have had just enough money left to buy a noose.
So this is horrible right here. You can buy a property in Las Vegas in Upland right now for 38% of mint price in US dollar. Or 46% in Los Angeles, or Queens, 47% in Chicago, 48% in Nashville, Kansas City and Detroit at 49%. I get what's going on, but
is it actually a bad thing? So I've been thinking about it. Like maybe we're thinking about it wrong, because like I want to say who cares, but like think about it. Upland, we want UPX to go out. We need UPX sinks. So if people are buying super cheap and then selling for fiat to just cash out little bits at a time, like it's still like that actually. I mean, I don't know. It's like a hard thing to. I'm hearing opportunity, right, Monopoly Mike? I just, no one's losing. I mean, the people who are selling under mint, unless you're selling actively at a loss, like I just want to get out, so I'm selling at a loss. Like these people are doing flips. They're buying it. And actually, wait, did we have somebody on the show, or did I talk to somebody privately who was saying what they do is they buy under mint for UPX and then sell for USD under mint, or even vice versa. Like there's a way to like work it where you're buying and selling in the under mint range and you're able to make profits. So we see that as a loss, but it's if somebody's buying it with the explicit intent of selling it for fiat, like, I don't know, it doesn't resonate the same because we're not seeing mass exodus.
No, you're not seeing mass exodus, but
Right.
it's still mind blowing that you would, that you do. I know some people are trying to get out, but it's not a mass exodus. I know where they're dropping the floors, dropping the prices, but still, I understand cash out is cash out. And if you're happy with your holdings and you're just taking your earnings from your properties, buying stuff up and just putting it at a deep discount to get some sort of cash out. I'm more of a long-term type player. So I that good for the people buying it at these prices because they're getting a hell of a deal and they're really getting a great ROI and they can really accelerate their game. But yet at the same time, I'm more of a long-term player and I'd like to. Yeah, I'm not a fan, but there's nothing wrong with what people are doing here.
It's a big brain play right there from Architect.
Absolutely.
Buy under mint in Vegas and sell during Genesis week. Also, Boulder, 100% correct. Even the ones that are selling 50% mint, they're still doing better than my crypto.
Yeah. All right. Sold out percentages.
Still ticking along though.
Still ticking along. Nothing really jumped overall for the week. Arlington 55%, Dallas 69%. Detroit finally cracked the 90%. Slow but steady. Chicago sitting at 99% forever.
Yeah, I want Chicago to sell out.
Yeah.
Are there sold out cities that are selling under mint?
I have not checked in the past week, so I can't answer it. I do check frequently, but this last week was just hectic with the holidays.
Yeah. No, because I'm curious, like, and if they do, like, because at a certain point, like, once a city sells out, I feel like the under mint, because at that point, it's like, well, there's no more to mint. So you can only get them secondhand. And so I feel like at that point, it's a much easier proposition for people to go, well, okay, so there's no fresh mints. I will buy up the floor of under mint and then flip it a little bit.
So unminted properties available. Looking at this, the thing that jumps out here is Dallas and Arlington. They're continuing to creep lower and lower under what up, Wolf Warner? Creep under the 10,000 properties available mark. I wonder what the trigger point is for them to release the next expansion for Dallas and Arlington. I don't know if it's 7,500 or 5,000 properties available, but I would expect, sometime early next year. And this is just with no insider information, just looking at numbers and where everything else is at and total properties available. I could see the expansion coming in Dallas and Arlington sometime early next year. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking because we can probably look back at Rio because they've had a couple Rio expansions. The other thing is because Dallas and Arlington are US based, I feel like it's less likely. I feel like there's enough other variation available that they're probably not going to overemphasize that. I would like to see them launch it with like something else, like in conjunction with some sort of other kind of release or event. But who knows?
Spark leaders. I had to post this one because that's just
what
insane.
in the Holy Batman.
That's just insane. So for the people listening on the podcast and not looking at the visual, check out YouTube at the 30-minute, 15-second mark to see the Spark leaderboard, and you'll see ThankMeLater's reaction to seeing Abdullah's 1008.94 Spark.
I mean, that's insane. He has more than literally everybody else combined, and that includes FIFA, NFLPA, and MV Motors.
Right. And FC Porto. And the Upland Bureau.
Did we figure out what the Upland Bureau was yet?
No. Yeah,
I mean, that's. Oh, yeah, because what is it? What's the price per spark? 500?
Well, it depends if you get the full spark, or because the full spark's the cheapest buying opportunity as you continue to go down in increments.
Well,
it gets more and more expensive.
Full spark?
Most expensive would be $460, I believe, for one spark. And then I think for the lowest amount, it would cost you, if you bought the lowest amount all the way up to one spark, it costs you a little over 600.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have to assume that he is buying it direct.
He's just buying in the sales, and as it comes around, just like you mint stuff with the decor and the block, anything that comes around on the timer, he's
You're missing a zero there.
Yeah. 1111, you're missing a zero.
Yeah. Yeah, 460,000. 460,000 minimum.
Yeah.
And you can't buy it with UPX. So it's not like he's using his UPX. Like, that's fresh money in.
Yes. I mean, he's got a master plan. And I love his enthusiasm for the game. And I'm very, but man, to have even 10% of that would be awesome.
I mean, that would put you on par literally with their premier brands. FIFA World Cup having 650, I think, is interesting because I don't think they won't be using it for the most part. They're using it now because they're minting so many things.
Yes.
But after the World Cup is over and they've done minted all of the stuff that they're going to mint, that's just going to sit idle.
You mean building everything they're going to build? Because you're not minting with Spark.
Well, technically you are, because
true.
Because when you build it,
buildings.
You're no. You're minting. You mint the decor items.
Right.
So you mint them by putting Spark on them.
Yeah.
So when they're done minting all their items, because I was trying to buy up, some of this FIFA stuff. Holy cow! The flag things, which I thought were super cool, they're just sitting there, tons of them.
Yeah.
And they're 10. They're still single digit mints, of 60.
But those mugs went fast.
The mugs went fast, but the mugs were how much? 15?
Yeah.
The mugs were cheap, and they're block explorers. For some reason, people value block explorers a lot. I think
because of somebody named ThankMeLater on the Upland Properties Xperts podcast.
Me?
I think you might have drove that and all your secondary buys and hounding people.
I mean, that's true. I do love block explorers. But don't sleep on decor, because I can't promise anything because I don't have any insight, but when they start doing neighborhood scores, believe all those decor items are going to factor in.
I am the worst decor shop owner ever.
Well, that was a given.
Ever. I haven't sold one because I haven't put anything in the store up for sale because I've always wanted to record the content and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have time to do it. And it just doesn't happen. So I am the worst. And I have people with DMs about it, about wanting to buy it. And yeah, I'm horrible. Everything's just kind of chaotic and hectic right now, but absolutely I am the worst decor shop owner. So yeah, I do apologize for people waiting on me. So
Yeah.
I suck. I know it. And I look to get better here shortly.
As long as you're still like manufacturing them, right?
Oh yeah. They're still churning out. So I'm just building up an inventory. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's thousands of people begging to get in the program. You can't spend 3 minutes to put anything in your shop.
And record it to put up on YouTube as a video. So yeah.
Who cares? Just put stuff in your shop, make some money. What are you doing?
Slacking, obviously. All right. So anything else on the secondary market before we bring the Hyde Park Ninjas on?
No, about time. That's the only reason I came tonight.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you for showing up. And I do appreciate the heads up today that we were going to have the Hyde Park Ninjas on instead of getting all the way to the end of the episode and be like, oh yeah, I told so-and-so they could come on.
I mean, to be fair, I literally tell everyone, I was like, you really should tell Too Stupid to Win directly because I'm probably going to mess it up.
And now, I am a horrible decor shop owner, but when it comes to the podcast, you message me about becoming a guest on the show or wanting to get on the show or helping out with the show, I'm very quick to respond there. So my pluses, my minuses. So anyway, without further ado, we're bringing on the Hyde Park Ninjas to talk about their awesome things that they're doing there with UPX World. Welcome, fellas.
How you guys doing?
Hello.
Great. So are you guys at a Sears or a JC Penney's?
My wife put that together for us just a little while ago.
Wow. So you just insulted his wife. Way to go. I think it looks great, guys. Well done. Super cool.
All I took was your pre-show slam and put it on
I know.
and you flip it around.
At first I was going to call you out for just ripping off my pre-show slam, but then my KO's like, yeah, my wife made this for us. It was really sweet of her. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm switching my tune immediately. I'm just going to throw you under the bus.
Turn that on you pretty quick there.
Yeah, immediately.
I was looking for the rip for him of stealing his material. And
that's exactly, it was about to happen. And I'm glad I didn't. But I do like the magic. Like, I like that you guys coordinated that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Last minute. It's all right.
No, that works. All right. So what do you get? So give everybody a little background about the Hyde Park Ninjas. How did you guys originate? Where's your community growing at? What are you doing with UPX World? Just start with how you guys got rolling as the Hyde Park Ninjas.
So as far as getting started, we actually got started through Upland last year. So we've been in Upland just under a year now. And we've both been in martial arts for a long time. I know I've personally got 37 years in, and I know KO Ninja's been, I think, kicking since he was in diapers pretty much. So we've got many years of authentic martial arts, and our goal is to bring martial arts to Web3. And, I think the layer 2 is just a perfect platform with what ThankMeLater has got put together. So we're really excited about the opportunity here and all the hard work that everybody's already been putting in, getting ready for alpha and pre-alpha. So it's basically going to be a martial arts community where, you'll be able to have avatars that go out and train in different martial arts. So we'll have different villages where the avatars can train, and then they can all go out and do battle. Some battle will be player against player. Some are going to be doing adventures against different challenges to take over the Red Ninjas, who are the bad guys within the Hyde Park Ninjas. So we're really excited about that. And it's going to be set up where it's going to be an open world environment. And then we're also going to have a closed world environment. Again, we are trying to keep this to authentic martial arts. So the avatars will have an ability to train their characters up in specific arts to better themselves in the game and be able to do bigger and better things to help us along the journey. As far as our community, we're building our community in Hyde Park, LA, not to be confused with the Chicago neighborhood. So Hyde Park, LA, and man, it's, we've been really excited. We haven't really pushed to grow too hard. We've been working really hard behind the scenes on the game and all of that. And we've just started to push the neighborhood, and it is starting to build quicker than we thought. So it's really excited to see, the growth there, slow and steady growth. And we're doing a lot of really cool giveaways and contests. So we have a lot of really cool stuff going, and we've already started the UFC Pick'em League too. So we've been running that. So that's been a lot of fun too.
Nice. Now, did you and KO know each other before you got into Upland, or did you meet in Upland?
Yeah, we've known each other for a lot of years, through martial arts, obviously. So we just kind of made that connection, and our families are real tight and close over the years. So we're kind of like family, to be honest.
So who got into Upland first?
I did one day.
Yeah, that was Mike probably about maybe a year ago, or a little over a year ago, and he got me into it. And yeah, he's known me since I was a kid. You were probably my judge, at tournaments when I was just a teenager. And then through the years, we've become really good friends. We've probably been talking about. I think everything came together, this year for the Hyde Park Ninjas and the with UPX World. But we've been talking for 2 or 3 years on working together in something, and just never really settled on something until this year. But which we're really, really excited about. But yeah, about a year ago, Mike messaged me and said, "Hey, you need to get into this game, Upland." I had no idea what it was, no idea what I was doing, and then I've been on it every day since. So.
Nice. What forms of martial arts do you two do?
I started when I was 4 years old in Taekwondo, and then when I was 17 years old, I started in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. When I was 19 years old, I did my first mixed martial arts fight. I was a professional in mixed martial arts about 5 years ago. And that's the quick background on my training.
As far as me, I started training back in the 80s in Hung Gar Kung Fu, and transitioned into Japanese karate, and then moved on to Olympic style Taekwondo, and then transitioned into regular Taekwondo. From there, got into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, wow. So
I
you
also
guys
do
are
a lot of Filipino arnis with stick and knife work as well. So,
wow, you guys are all over the martial arts spectrum there.
Yeah, you weren't expecting that, huh? You were expecting oh, I know some karate, and they're like, no, we're gonna drop some martial arts knowledge on you.
Wow. I like my two oldest do martial arts right now. They're both in Taekwondo. My oldest daughter's 10. She's going to test for her 2nd degree black belt this summer, so she's pumped for that. My son's working his way through the kids green belt right now, and he's pumped. Probably by the end of the year, he'll hit his black belt early next year's, or I'm already into next year, but yeah, so they're working on it. And my 4-year-old, she's ready to jump in it too. So yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Just a quick pump for KO Ninja too. He has a professional fight coming up in a few weeks, actually right after the Christmas holiday in January. So he's got a pro fight coming up that's going to be in Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's why I got the black eye on this side.
We just thought you made the same comment about your wife's background that we did.
That's also pretty. That could be true.
Next episode, I'll have a second one.
Nice. So what are you guys doing with UPX World? Can you give us a little more detail than what you provided?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
So I mean, the characters. Yeah, I don't know. Have you guys tweeted any of those characters that have been made?
They're in Discord. We've got a lot of the characters. We have some cartoon scripts going in Discord for 2 of our first creations and characters, and we've got a 3rd one that'll be coming in the next day or 2. So we are also working on some games, some like mini games that we're going to be rolling out here soon. So we hope to have a teaser maybe within the next 10 days, maybe as early as next week if we're lucky. So we'll see. But some of the artwork and some of the work that Slav and DMG and a lot of these guys have been doing behind the scenes with the UPX World team, they're putting together some really cool stuff. And we've had the opportunity to actually film some of the techniques, of us doing our techniques within our academies and sending this to the team. And then they take and put that into the avatar. So it's been pretty cool to watch that. So we are hoping to have some games and like mini games out, to get going with the training and learning how to use the characters. So, and the game we're creating is pretty well thought out. And every day we're adding more and more detail into it. And this is a game that I personally grew up doing martial arts and also, sitting in my parents' garage playing D&D late at night and many years of Magic. I think I started Magic shortly after it came out years back in the 90s sometime. I don't even remember when. And these are games that have been around for 30 years, 50 years. And when we set out on this journey, when we decided to do this, we want this game to be here for, 30, 40, 50 years. So, when my kids are my age, I want my kids to be playing this game when they're my age still.
Dang. I like that. That's our goal for this. Yeah, no pressure there, eh?
Yes, we've got a real long-term mindset. So
that's true. Yeah, no, you've already the whole journey of your characters. It's very impressive, and I think the community is really going to like it. So I'm excited to help bring that vision to life in Layer 2. And you have some Layer 1 NFT characters as well that I think you're working on doing some promotions and things with to give those away. And those will potentially have passive income and things like that in your experience as well. Right?
Yeah, we do have some cool stuff going on with the NFTs. We actually had a meeting this morning about some really cool ideas we have for NFTs, which I'm not going to release yet, but we will soon. I've seen so much stuff brought out in games and different things with the NFTs, and a lot of it, I feel like NFTs are kind of getting a bad name more because of the way that they're put out, and there's just nothing to back them up as far as utility and use case. So we're going to be going about it in a much different way, and I'll let KO Ninja talk a little bit more about the NFTs. I know he's more on that side of the project.
Well, I mean, we're just looking to do it backwards of what everything else, everyone else has been doing, which is, promising the moon and all the value, pre-selling the NFTs, and you're just crossing your fingers and hoping. Our goal is to bring the value first to the NFTs so that what you're getting into is going to be legitimate. And so that's, without going too far into detail, I think that just gives there's not going to be a pre-sale or anything like that. We're going to develop the game and the value to the NFTs within the game that you're, in the future will have access to. So that way you just are confident in your NFT purchase. So,
yeah, and I mean, I know really early on talking with you guys about what your vision for the project and, UPX World being Layer 2, what your Layer 1 strategy was. And after, you were kind of laying out your plan and again, realizing that, I mean, that aligns so much with the value proposition and how I want to approach UPX World of prove the value, then ask the community to kind of get involved. And so you guys are really doing that. You're building the entire game. You have the NFT strategy. You're going to be able to show the value of those NFTs, and then you'll start opening that up for the community. I really think it's how NFTs really should have always been done, and not like Kickstarter.
And NFT Architect agrees, and that's exactly how
go.
NFTs should be rolled out. Great job, guys.
Yeah, I think once projects like yours and other communities and stuff start that trend, I don't think anybody will ever want to go back, because there won't be a reason to. There'll be enough projects that are delivering value and then selling the NFT that doing it any other way will feel like a weird gamble. It'll be like, yeah, do I really want to buy this lottery ticket that has like a 1% chance of, or do I want to buy, this brick of gold that I know is going to increase in value and has a proven track record now of having and retaining value? Like, it just, if you want to look at layer one as an investment of Web3, like, it doesn't make sense to buy before there's value. Like, it's just too much of a gamble.
Yeah, I just personally got burned on I won't name the project, but I got, about 18 months ago.
Was it Chibi's Global?
No. No, it wasn't that one's different projects, but man, 18 months ago, it promised the moon, and it just tanked, and they're, quite an investment just went to zero. So yeah, I want to flip that narrative for people. So
that's good, and that's the way it should be. And it's still the wild west out here with NFTs and Web3 and all that. But you build a strong foundation, you build a strong community and a strong following, and you continue to over deliver. You under promise and over deliver. That's the ticket to be successful in longevity. And yeah, you guys are on the right track.
Yeah, we're pumped. We're excited. I mean, we are like working every day. And we're both teaching and training a lot also. So it's early mornings, late nights. But we just love it. So we're excited to see the progress, and the progress in the game is so cool. I get to chat with a couple of my students about it too. Actually, one of them was like 11 years old today and was just all into I showed them a couple pictures and videos, and they were pumped up about it. And so that gets us pumped up too.
Yeah. And that's the thing a lot of people don't understand is you guys are doing your daily job. You're doing your training for your fights. You got a lot of stuff going on, and you're burning the midnight oil to create this whole new experience for people, on top of the Upland community. And I love you guys got a logo. I see KO's you guys got t-shirt, you got merch already rolling out. So that's nice too.
Yeah. They aren't messing around.
No.
They're serious. Oh yeah.
Got coffee cups. Look at that.
Well, and to touch on that, we're so yeah, we have the game, but we have future goals of a card game, merchandise, toys, like really making a brand of this, and expanding into a lot of other areas. So
no, it's a solid plan. Absolutely. You got anything else for the fellas there? Thank me later.
No, I mean, I will say that they mentioned a mini game. No promises, but expect to see a demo sooner rather than later on that. So they're working on it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be. I think there'll be a lot of mini games. I hope that it harkens back to other classic arcade games, and as well as to some of the newer arcade games. So it's gonna be pretty cool.
We heard from the team that it's coming. It's soon. So I don't know exactly how soon, but and the goal of like all these games too is to bring that traditional martial arts. Like training their punches and their kicks and their just like we do in real life. So I think it's been pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I really like, because you guys sent in those videos, and I know that they're doing the motion capture. of the video into the actual moves, and that's been really cool to watch. Like once that gets more ironed out, like I think people are really going to, no pun intended, get a kick out of that. And hopefully, we start seeing some TikTok competitions and things to get the community involved in showing off their own martial arts skills, and then potentially having them added to the game, which would be, I think, just a really fun, community kind of event.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
KO, you have anything you want to ask or say before we let you guys go?
Man, no, just appreciate you guys having us on, and we're huge followers and huge fans of the Property Xperts podcast. So no, it's awesome to be on here, and cool to be a part of the team. So
really glad to have you guys on. Mike, you have anything before we let you get out of here?
No, man, we just really appreciate you guys having us on and being able to share our vision of what we've got going, and we're really looking forward to it. I know. The first question you had asked earlier, Joe, was about how we got involved in Upland. We've during COVID, being in martial arts and owning gyms, our businesses were completely closed down. In North Carolina, we were closed down for quite a while, like 6 to 8 months. And we did a lot with like cryptos and different things too. And that's actually how we started to learn about like the Web3 is through like Decentraland and Sandbox. And we went in and toyed around with those, and you really couldn't do a whole lot of anything. And that's really what drove us to Upland too, when we saw that platform and saw you could actually buy stuff that was kind of connected to things that were familiar, with properties in the U.S. and the cities. And not only that, but you could earn interest too. I thought that was really cool. And I had actually seen, it was actually a YouTube podcast I was listening to on an accounting show. And the accountants were talking to a younger guy who was from University of Georgia, I believe. He's in Upland. I believe his name is Remy.
Remy.
Okay, yeah, Remy. Yeah.
Oh, Remy.
We had him on the show.
Yeah. And so he, that's actually how I found out about Upland, was through this crazy podcast. I had a little bit of downtime. It was between Christmas and New Year's, and me and my dad were sitting on the couch. They were in visiting and for the holidays, and we were having a cup of coffee, listening to the show. And then I started fishing around on Upland, and next thing I know, I was buying properties up and treasure hunts. And first couple of treasure hunts didn't go too well, but it's just been a lot of fun. It's kind of grown from there.
Awesome. That's a great story too, and it's funny how it all ties in, and everybody. It's such a nice circle, nice community, and you guys are developing a great community there in Hyde Park, Los Angeles, not Chicago. So definitely check that one out. You guys, I'll put you guys backstage. You're welcome to hang out for the rest of the show. Talk with us after the show. We do an after show too. If you guys got to go, that's cool. Understand. Really appreciate your time. Looking forward to the mini games and everything else. And I'll definitely have to go pick up some Hyde Park properties, because I slack in Upland nowadays.
Oh yeah. You're not even going in there and putting your anvils up for sale. You're not going to be buying properties.
I'm horrible. I'm buying properties. Watch, after this show, I'm buying properties. While I'm waiting for everything to upload. If you're going to buy properties,
spend the 3 minutes and put some stuff up for sale, eh?
Maybe.
I got to tell you, I love your guys' opening song. Your music with your video for your YouTube is fantastic.
Oh yeah,
thanks.
Yeah, shout out Mars, Utah.
Yeah, if he ever gets some downtime and wants to create something for the Ninjas, man, we'd love it.
Oh, there you go. Shout
out
out
to Mars. Yeah,
Mars, Utah.
Yeah,
we need some martial arts magic music.
And somebody sent me a video to but I need the decryption for the folder. They send it in a folder and it needs the decryption key and all that. So I was like, I saw it last week. It was all busy. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get it uploaded. I'm going to check it out. And then they're like, you need a key. And they're over, way ahead of us. So they're in bed right now. So we got to wait till next week. Hopefully I'm excited with the product and we can get the video intro with the song too. I'm excited for that.
Awesome.
Nice.
Very good. Well, hopefully we'll have soon we'll have a mini game. We can come back on and show it off for you guys. Love to.
Yeah. And
absolutely.
If you want to know more, I'm sure we'll also have you guys Well, we might have to do a special edition of the UPX World Live because you guys, I know that time slot doesn't work for you guys, but I definitely want to have you on when we do the demo.
Okay.
So maybe we'll do, once the demo gets built, maybe we'll do like an exclusive like live demo of it.
Awesome.
Together.
I'd love to be there for that.
Figure that out. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. We'll talk soon, and thanks for coming on.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks.
Thanks, fellas.
All right. Let's see here. What do we have left? Not much. All right. MV Motor Sale. That went on.
Woo,
and I
shiny new cars.
The quickest I had to wait was 16 hours, so I missed out.
Yeah, no, my queue times were ridiculous on it as well, which is good overall, but it's very it was a very interesting time to watch the price. Like I haven't checked what they are now, but like beforehand, everyone's like, oh yeah, I'll pay 2x whatever, and trying to get the pre-sales. I don't do that. Like for the people who do my pre-sales and stuff, I do like a finder's fee of like 20% because I go, yeah, you can, because usually I have to front the money anyway. And so it's just like, well, if you want to sell your queue spot, or you can buy it and flip it later. But if you want a guaranteed 20% right now for your spot, like hit me up and it's cash in hand. But I tell you, the prices on the cars, I don't know. I think people freaked out. They're a high price point. Yeah. There has been a flood of like things to absorb UPX. So while we haven't had a city release, the FIFA World Cup stuff.
Jeez, that's been sucking UPX up.
I mean, I spent. God, I don't even want to know how many millions of UPX I've spent on the FIFA stuff, and like just getting all the legits, and then I bought over 100 tiles, I think, because I think people are sleeping on the decor. I think once the neighborhood scores come out and you have to have the decor to get scores, or like the decor helps your scores, I think people are going to go crazy for it. But that's complete speculation because that might not happen. It might not give any value, but I would be shocked if it didn't.
Yeah. Are there still tiles? I haven't had a chance to look.
I don't know if they're still minting cars. Oh, Keith got his first car, Series 1. Congrats. Series 1s are definitely the way to go. I don't know if they're still minting them. The other thing was I was curious. I already saw people like starting to do, now that there's decor, it's a lot more flexible, right? And like doing different designs and stuff. And I was just like, how long until somebody does something that like Upland has to respond to? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you give people freedom to make whatever they want. There's going to always be at least one guy who's like, wouldn't this be funny? And then what does Upland do? Do you think that they just...
But can they do anything?
Well, I was thinking about it. I don't believe the item placement... Is item placement tracked on the chain?
No. So
like technically if they just removed your things and put them back into your... Oh, wait. But they can't because decor items don't go into your inventory. Like I'm thinking, like, can they move? I mean, I guess they could send you to Alcatraz until you fix it.
That could be a punishment if it's inappropriate, but then is it really decentralized?
Well, what do you mean? Is it decentralized?
That
can
you
be
can
governed and decentralized, right?
That's true. Yeah, homeowners associations. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy. Well done.
Yeah. So lot of cool cars that were for sale. So
yeah, no. Dr. Nobi and I picked up a green one. We
nice.
We went halvesies on a green race car, which is
Nice.
cool. Definitely the new trucks are pretty cool for sure. No?
I wasn't feeling the trucks. The new trucks.
I like my hunter green truck is I mean, obviously because I'm a turtle, then yeah. But anyway.
Oh, I don't know if you're getting the halvesies though now. Because he's not giving it to you now. You told him to jump in a blender.
I mean, that was only because of your terrible jingle. So it's not really my fault.
All right, the turkey chase we did touch on. We're pushing over an hour now. So
what is that?
That's the turkey chase. That was Upland's
Thanksgiving
event. That was at the top of the article where for the turkey chase, and you had to go catch the turkeys. Got a crazy turkey. You'd have a small amount of UPX and 3 entries for the Block Explorer giveaway. The scared turkey, you got rewards, more UPX than the crazy turkey, and 5 entries for the Block Explorer giveaway. And the golden turkey was, if you discovered it, you got 50 entries for the Block Explorer and a small amount of UPX. So,
are they both Block Explorers or just the one without a helmet?
Well, you had the fall turkey Block Explorer, which kind of looks like the chicken from Moana, and then you had the football turkey Block Explorer. So there were 1,500 of the turkey itself and 500 of the helmet turkey. So
interesting.
Yeah,
the other trucks were way cooler.
And then it finishes up December 2nd at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So
gotcha. I think the other trucks were the original series, the R, because whatever, like Series 1R, Series TR versus Series TE or Series T, whatever the base model is, those have very different designs and rarities. Triple threat. What is this? I saw this too.
So they were trying to run this last week and they had to cancel the triple threat challenge. Basically, all you do is you take 3 of your favorite 2022 legits. It could be essentials or mementos, and you place them in the triple threat collection. And you can fill more than one collection. So you can do it for multiple teams. And basically what you're trying to do there is get the highest score. And
why are you thinking so hard about this? Do you not know what this event is either?
I do. I was trying to think of, did they have to be on the same team? And everybody that scored the highest, or will score the highest, usually on the same team. So they got to be on the same team. Now, there were bonuses to it. So essentials, you don't get a bonus. But if you had replicas, which are to be added later, so I was going to say, future events.
When did we miss replicas?
We didn't, but they threw it into the article. But if you have mementos, it's a 50% bonus. So if you were buying in the stores on Sundays, you had a huge advantage to being able to boost yourself up with the multipliers. And on top of that, if you bought the mementos and then they ended up getting fire stats, you increased your chances even an additional bonus. So they have it going on this week. So it should be going on this weekend. You should be able to go ahead and jump in on that. They're giving away 150. They expanded it to 100 players. They had it a little lower beforehand, but they'll give away 2.3 million in UPX and 1.3 Spark overall. First place will get you 0.1 Spark, which is huge.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing to Abdullah, but whatever.
Why you got to go there?
I don't know. Just because of everything, I'm like, wow, that's such a nothing amount compared to Abdullah. But
yeah, before it was canceled, they were only going to 50, but since they had to cancel it and do it again, they expanded to 100 for more people to win. So, all the people.
That tells you 2 things, though. There's 2 pieces. One, the fact that they delayed it and then relaunched it, and the fact that they included replicas in their spreadsheet. or like their breakdown means that this is going to be a repeating challenge. This is going to be something that sticks around. So I would say if you are interested, even if you can't compete this round, start taking a look at some of the strategies and how people are, winning it, because given the other factors, this is almost certainly going to see repeated use from the Upland team.
And here right now, currently it has to be from the same team. So you just stack the highest games on the slate that are projected to the teams that are projected to score the highest by the Vegas odds, or if you have a feeling that a team's really going to go off or they're in a good matchup. That's the current strategy. I'd like to see them open it up a little more than 3, but they're figuring it out right now.
Yeah, was that your strategy for fantasy league this week, eh?
Yeah.
Cause you got whooped, son.
I did get whooped, son.
Which was embarrassing.
It was, and I had what was it, 30 points on the bench or something?
Yeah, that was
from one player.
I'm pretty sure one of those was the one that you sniped from me off the wire because I didn't understand how it worked. So that's karma.
That's not karma. It's not my fault you didn't understand how the waiver wire works in a league you've been playing in for 3 years now. We haven't changed the waiver wire rules in the 3 years that it's been the same for 3 years. So that's not karma.
Fine, I suppose.
Yeah. But yeah, as you were saying, those are the biggest takeaways. They've added the replicas in there. So this is going to continue and it's going to be fun. And hopefully it drives more people to participate in buying mementos during the season.
Yeah.
And don't forget to check out this week's episode of Legits on Fire with myself and Mars, Utah. So I'll do a shameless plug there too. We help break down your best bets for finding multiple fire stat positions in players and what you should look for and injury reports to take advantage of and matchups that you want to look at. And we do a fun thing where we pick our favorite long snapper and we're trying to see who gets the most fires on the long snapper since it's such an undervalued position.
All right. I see you crazy guys.
Yeah. So
honestly, though, that sounds like a really cool piece because, again, when you buy the mementos, you buy it just for like that player, right? Or the team.
For that game. That player, that game. Yep.
And so you don't know how many fires it's going to be. And a 5-fire stat could be worth a lot of money. And so having that analysis, if you're really serious about it, is a great value add because like if you're not sure, then watch that and get some ideas. I think that's really cool. It's a great idea.
And we thought it was going to be pretty easy to put together with our fantasy football knowledge, daily fantasy sports knowledge. We're like, oh yeah, we can put this together. But the way that Upland calculates it and does it for the fire, we're like, oh wait, hold on, this is a little different than what we're used to. So it made us look at things a little different. And usually in fantasy, you focus on the offensive players, but you can get fire stats on the defensive side of the ball. So that's, we're having to tap into our friends that do the individual defensive player leagues. And yeah, it's been a growth opportunity. Excited for it this week and excited for it this week and going into the rest of the season. We'll continue to develop and grow that. And then next year we look to be more prepared on the defensive side and special team side of the house to say.
Nice.
All right. Other than that, you got any big news from the UPX world?
No, we have some really cool stuff in development for the mines. We've been demoing, if you haven't seen Monday and Wednesday, we started demoing the actual UPX world, walking around the red rocky planet that Moon Unit has been crafting. And then, and we have all the buildings that have been made. I'm hoping probably early next week we'll see in the game, we have the Hyde Park Ninja village is like a mini replica. And I think we're going to be deploying the full build next week on that. And 1111 NFT.gallery, submit your art. If you have not participated in the 1111 NFT.gallery project, do so. Go check it out. 11 artists currently have works in the array. You can buy them for 11 wax each. This is the first ever wave or epoch, epic as he's calling it. Sorry, y'all triggered. Yeah. And then there's, old Pete. Let's try this one more time. And Dr. Nobi is collecting art for the next wave of the array, which will start December 11th. So if you are an artist, even if you're not honestly an artist, you can easily submit just 2 pieces of original work. That's all it takes to start it. Onyx Animated says, where to submit? I had no idea about this one. Well, I'm sure Dr. Nobi will put it in there. It is 1111nft.gallery is where you can submit that. And if you go there, you can actually walk around the gallery live. So Land for Land on the UPX World team made it an interactive art gallery. You can walk around the gallery, look at the art, see who made it, see the name of the art, and then even click buy, and it'll take you to the NFT Hive where you can buy it. So really cool. Again, if you haven't submitted and you want to, seriously, you should. 2 pieces to start out, and then
definitely check it out, and looking forward to the whole year of that project. Other than that, glad things are going well over there at UPX World.
for sure.
Yes. Until next week, everybody be safe, have fun, and we'll see you out there in the metaverse.
The UPX Podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host who's stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland property experts, baby, UPX.